Hey Virgo, it's Evelyn. I'm doing it a little bit differently today. We're going to pull from the Universal Golden, just one card, and then from, I think, the Metatron deck, and then we're going to do the usual read, and we'll do the oracle. We'll do one oracle at the end. So take a deep breath. We're going to pull some cards. Okay, I sent you some love and healing there, so I hope you felt that. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the second half of August, so now through the end of August, as well as the feminine's Mars and the masculine's Venus. Today is August 12th, 2020. It's 11:44 on the clock. That's profound for me, for sure. On this clock, it was just 1:11. That's funny. All right, so we're going to pull some cards, but first I want to pull from the Universal Golden Tarot, just to set the tone, to see what's coming up for you guys. So for everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Virgo? And let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo? What is our energy today? What is the defining moment? Oh, there we go. We have the Seven of Swords. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves comes up for this. This person looks like they feel very guilty. And this is the number 7. So the calm before the storm. We also have the Queen of Swords coming out and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. All right, so there's definitely a situation here between two people who are lovers, and there's some co-creation going on behind the scenes there in the underlying energy. So the Queen of Swords is speaking her truth, and the Seven of Swords is feeling guilty about it. And the next card coming out is actually the Four of Swords. There's a lot of Swords energy, but this could also be a 5D connection here. All right, so this is pretty profound here with the Lovers. Okay, the underlying energy is the Lovers. All right, so that's the theme. Then we're going to pull from the Metatron deck to pull this together a little more. See what's going on with Metatron. All right, so for Virgo, what does the Metatron deck say for us? All right, we have Beacon of Light, Shine On, 44. And I just told you the clock was 11:44. 44 is the Four of Cups. It's being bored and apathetic, but it's also grounding and integrating, which is really what boredom is for, grounding and integrating and mastering love, especially the receiving of love. And this is being the beacon of being strong in the storm, right? The beacon of light for others that are in emotional turbulence. Okay? And then we have the Kundalini, untapped energy. This is really using your psychic abilities to be the pillar of strength for others who are still going through their turbulence. So you have gone through it. And this came up in Leo's read too, that the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, has already been through the chaos. And that's why they can stand strong while others are still coming up against them. All right, so this is your energy here. Oh, this came up for Leo too. The underlying energy for Leo was this Tree of Life, but this is coming up for you as well. And again, the green, red, and yellow lights came up in my Divine Masculine read yesterday, so I would check it out if I were you. It's significant. But it has to do with the green light of the heart, the red light's the root chakra, and the orange and yellow are the middle points, but this is actually airing to the side of the light, or the heart. So the yellow is very important here, but going from orange to yellow, and all of the choices in between that you are, okay? So you incorporate everything about you, the shadow and the light, and that can come out in a variety of ways. And these are a variety of choices in going from point A to point B as well. All right, and we have the world here. This is higher. Look, this is on the earth, and this is higher. And that's also the gold light, the Christ consciousness, the unity consciousness. All right, so very much for Virgo about your abilities and being the pillar of strength. The bottom of the deck for you is air. Fly free, your freedom. And there's the two pyramids together. The diamond light, the light, and air. So very, you know, and all swords came up for you. So it's so much about speaking your truth and being strong in the midst of everyone else's chaos and being unwavering. So let's go into the read for Virgo. So freedom and truth. And this bird is flying into the sun. And it's the number 13, which is the transformation. So Leo's read was all about big transformation. So if you have any Leo in your chart, you're definitely going, the huge transformation has happened. It's just a matter of choosing that new path and getting past, you know, worrying about what other people will think. So let's see what Virgo has. So now I have Virgo as my sun sign and my Pluto. So let's see what comes up for Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo for the second half of August 2020. 2020 vision, the snake, the candle, the multicolored candle. So I guess some of those multicolored crystals might be helpful for some of you. That's coming up right now. And also just crystals in general, having some crystals around you, all different colors. And then grounding. You need that rock to ground you, a big rock, a big brown rock to ground you. All right, so for Virgo, two more, one, and Virgo. All right, Virgo. Second half of August 2020, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay. First card out for Virgo, 10 of Pentacles. That is the dream family, treasure chest. Maybe you're the treasurer. Maybe you are the treasure. The challenge is the 8 of Cups. This is walking away from a lot of chaos or poop in the yard. Your foundation, Virgo, is the Strength card reversed. So you may have needed some strength to get you going, or a Leo perhaps. And then the recent past is the 7 of Pentacles, which is reaping rewards of your efforts. And your crowning position, your crowning moment. The Page of Pentacles, perhaps you had a student or child that graduated, or this is you starting over with something new. Also could be an opportunity, an invitation. And what's coming up for you is the 8 of Swords. Again, feeling imprisoned, and that's very Virgo because they tend to get trapped in their head a lot. You see yourself as justice. Justice is truth and balance. You may also have Libra in your chart, or a Libra person in your energy. And what's around you, or how you might be seen by others, is the 7 of Wands upright. And this card is very much about lighting the Olympic torch. You're relighting something, right? This is a different color than that. It's been used before. It's relighting it, perhaps against all odds. And then the block that you have, or that you need to work on about yourself, is the devil, or the shadow side. And that came up in Leo as well. But you're on fire. Or this is someone on fire around you, but this is a block. The block is feeding into your desires, right? Because Virgo is all about being pristine and perfect and virginal. And this is about accepting your shadow side, your sexual side, and that came up in Leo's read as well. So it's very much about accepting your fiery side. And then we end up with the Judgment card reversed, which also came up in Leo. And what's connecting you to what's left hanging in limbo in the read, the connection's very important, right? Because connection to other humans is why we're here. We have the Three of Swords reversed, which is healing energy. Also forgiveness, so that's the bridge, the connection to what's left hanging in limbo for your read is the Hangman reversed, finding a way out. Now Leo had this in the middle of the read the other way around, feeling trapped. And this is Leo finding a way out, or Virgo finding a way out. Now you'll get another card, but you won't see it till the end of the read, and it may be more than one card, depending on what that is. Very interesting. I'd stay tuned for that. The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles reversed, so somebody might be overworking or not working, or what you're doing isn't working for you, perhaps financially. And then there's a backstory here, which I'm going to tell you about. All right, so we have the High Priestess here upright. Perhaps some issues with work or third party through work. And we're starting off here with the Ten of Swords. In this deck, it's very much about feeling like you're left for dead with only Bambi to come rescue you, right? That could be a sweet child or someone who's just got a very sweet, soft personality. There's three dark birds here who may be the cause of this pain. Three blind mice is coming up as well, but three dark birds could be three women. And then we have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed, and then the High Priestess, then the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and then the Eight of Pentacles reversed. There's a lot of Pentacles reversed, so there could be some loss of money at work, or you may have lost a job, maybe just overworking, but still not making the money that you should be making, or you're spending, but it's not like in a necessarily a positive way, because there's too much going out. This is using your intuition, though. But the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. So she's either ungrounded, spending, or all about money, but spending too much money. And then here is a child energy, and that can just be a negative message or no message at all, you know, bad news. But it also can be a child who's negative, who's just, you know, who's a mouthy kid, or someone who lies or spies, or even has some kind of mental challenge, like, you know, ADHD or autism or bipolarism. There could be that energy here. But also a lack of love here. Someone may feel dumped or feel overwhelmed, maybe pushed to their emotional limits, or purging, crying, vomiting, peeing too much. But issues with work or around co-creation and difficulty with that. Someone may be bringing their negative self-talk or negative energies, their doubts into their work, which is then manifesting in it. But there is High Priestess here. There is a secret, or someone has secret abilities that no one's talking about or using in their work. And so let's see where this is going for Virgo. It's very interesting. So you could be using your intuition in your work, like I'm doing here, but maybe it's not panning out for you very well, or there's negative self-talk involved, or just feeling overwhelmed emotionally. Maybe your love life isn't going well, and it's bleeding into your work life. That could be. And then the recent past is the Eight of Pentacles upright, or Seven, excuse me. And that's about reaping the rewards of your efforts. So you have stability there, but maybe your income isn't steady. Or you've lost money at work, or you lost a job, any of those kind of things, but you're stable for the most part in the recent past. The foundation is the Strength card reversed, which is weakness, or the need for strength or courage. Perhaps to change things up a bit, or to get from the Eight of Pentacles to the 10. Maybe you want to take a risk of putting all eight pentacles to create 10 pentacles. And the challenge is walking away from something that you already worked a lot on, put a lot of emotion into, that may be poopy. There's poop in the yard there. Or walking away from a family situation also that you've put a lot into, where it's very messy and chaotic, or that people are always leaving cups out in the yard, or not picking up the dog poop. So let's see, with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, we have the King of Cups reversed, and that's someone who's either emotionally unavailable, or just kind of mean and detached. Or the other way, it can be someone who's over emotional And it could be someone who drinks a lot as well. But either way, they're not balanced. They're unhappy. It can be just someone who's depressed or overwhelmed by children or overwhelmed by overexposure, by being drained, sick. There could be illness here with kids, or just a Leo energy. Leo is coming up with the King of Cups reversed as the same person, or two people who are very close together, but two men. So it could be two brothers, two best friends, or the same person that have Scorpio and Leo both in their chart. But this is coming up as Leo here. Overworking, not working, or what you're doing is not working. Someone's depressed about it. Maybe they're depressed about how it's going with the kids or their success, right? They're not getting the attention they deserve, perhaps. Or maybe they're getting too much attention they don't want, or unwanted attention, right? Negative attention. So why do we have these 7 of Pentacles in the recent path for Virgo? We have the 10 of Wands upright. The 7 of Pentacles, even though you're reaping rewards and you're doing fine, it took a lot of hard work to get there. And perhaps you felt like you had to lie, cheat, and steal to get what you have. It was so hard to get it. This is also stealing back your power. Perhaps from Scorpio. And we were just saying this could be a Scorpio-Leo energy. All right, so this is also a huge transformation. This is dark night of the soul. This is death, end, transition portal. The Grim Reaper. The Dark Knight Batman is also the Divine Masculine. So it's like taking your power back from this Scorpio or Divine Masculine energy. And it's been very hard. And also resisting, you know, that's hard work is resistance. You don't need to work so hard. But you felt like you needed to take back your power from this energy. Whatever change it was, whether transformation, a death, the Divine Masculine, a Scorpio. It was very hard taking all this back in order to reap the rewards of what you have. It's like you didn't even get ahead. You just got back what you had to begin with. So the foundation is Leo reversed, or Strength reversed, and this just dropped into my lap. Queen of Swords just fell into your lap, speaking their truth. This could be advice as well. And there's the King of Swords. There's a couple for you. These two together, she's speaking, but he's ignoring, right? He's looking forward. He's looking forward to it, but not telling her. And she's speaking to someone who appears to not be listening at all. And there's 2 birds over here, 1 over here. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And remember that the woman got stoned for being a witch. And I always talk about the Excalibur being in the stone, that she's the wounded warrior, right? The widow of the warrior. So her heart is stone cold because she's been hurt so much by her loss. And the Excalibur is taking the sword out of this woman's heart. And so the killing 2 birds with 1 stone, like taking out perhaps 2 other women in a situation with this Queen of Swords energy, who's the stone, removing the sword from the stone of her heart. And by doing that, the other 2 birds go away. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. By removing her sword, by healing her heart, the other energies will naturally go away on their own. Very interesting. That's never come up for me before. So this is the cause of the weakness, the need for courage and strength to surrender. And there we have a Queen of Swords and King of Swords. And the King and Queen of Swords definitely can be Virgo energy, both of them. And then we have Libra in your energy here. So you could have Libra in your chart as well. And then the surrender to the energetic exchange between the two. This is also arrows of love, expressing your feelings and true desires. This is also fast-paced communications and travel back and forth, zip lining. It's that kind of fast-paced energy. Virgo, this is beautiful energy. This is, this is soulmate, twin flame energy. All right, two people who are in energetic exchange together, and this is the inner children that you are, and surrendering to each other, the love for each other. It's very innocent. Okay. I'm not going to put these down, but I want to show you these next cards because they're also involved. It's like a separate energy. Like third-party interference. This also can be social distancing with negative talk from the King of Wands, who's separate from this situation. He's like a naysayer about this, and they may be calling this person a third party as well. This could be also a child interfering. This could be gossip, right? Spreading rumors. And this is what the King of Wands sees. And that could be that Leo who was like the Scorpio energy. It's like he's seeing all this, the rumors and stuff, but this is what he knows. It's like him battling within himself. Like this is his King of Swords energy and negative self-talk. And then here's what he knows, but here's what he's seeing. So it's believing what he knows as opposed to what he's seeing. So I'm going to see if this comes back up again, all right? Let's see what comes up. The Ten of Pentacles there in the middle of the energy for Virgo. Why? It's the dream family. It's the treasure chest. Let's see. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed, which is recovering from exile, destitution, injury, or illness. Perhaps just kicked out from a group or an association, a family, and being let back in. Choosing a new path. Maybe someone's letting you back in, but now you've chosen a new path and maybe you don't want to go back in. You're going through an awakening, whether this is you or the other person. It's like choosing not to go back. You're recovering and you're allowed to go back now. And this is even with the social distancing. It's like you're allowed to go back in now. You're allowed to go into restaurants or places or families or work. But do you want to now that you've learned and gone within and you've gone through an awakening of sorts? Is it still the same thing that you want? Knowing that there's deception here with the King of Pentacles reversed. So is that really what you wanted? And the challenge being the Eight of Cups upright, which is walking away and within, after a lot of emotions put into something. We have the Page of Wands reversed, which is frustration. This can be someone who has temper tantrums or is just uninspired or really like energetically immature, sexually immature because of perhaps an overbearing family, right? Controlling them. This could be a child who grew up. Again, I brought this example up with Leo, the very religious family who says that sex is bad. So this is someone who grows up with sexual issues because their family told them it was bad. You have to follow our rules. So something about that and your desires. Because the devil came up in Virgo and Leo, so it's all about your sexual desires and being free to express them the way you want to, not the way your family tells you you can. But this is about someone being controlled by the money. Like they have to give up the money if their family won't love them anymore, right? So this is also, though, someone's own negative self-talk saying they're not worthy of the Ten of Pentacles dream family because someone always told them they were nothing. So you have the opposite end too, where the family told, whether it's a wealthy or poor family, doesn't really matter. So your parents could have told you were nothing. And then having this big dream but not feeling worthy of it because no one ever told you were worthy of it. There is a higher love here with this Ten of Pentacles. But there's an issue here with the work situation. This could be a Sagittarius as well. So this could be a third-party situation through work or just issues in general with financial loss or getting along at work. But this is someone who wants a higher love, and this is not the higher love, it's the lower energy. So there may be a family work situation where they love the family, but they don't want to do the work anymore. They don't want to work with the family because it doesn't resonate with them anymore. And the frustration that the family will be mad at them if that's no longer what they want to do because they depend on them for that. Or maybe there's too many dependents from the family on them working for them when the family should actually be doing their own work. So the present moment energy is the Page of Pentacles, which is someone starting over again in work. A new job, a new project, a new opportunity, invitation, a loan perhaps that came through, perhaps getting a loan from the family here, needing the strength or courage to ask the family or ask the Ten of Pentacles institution, the treasurer, the actual treasure that you want. You may have to find the courage to ask the treasure you want to give you a loan. And there's the Queen of Pentacles reversed, perhaps giving a loan to the Knight of Wands or giving them money. It could be your own child. This could be somebody rushing in or rushing back to someone who's losing money or someone who's all about money. Maybe this is, ego too. Like this person may be all about money and didn't care about you, but now you have to go back to this person that maybe you don't like to ask them for a loan in order to get what you do want. Okay, and that can be child energy, like I said. And we have Justice here too. So this could be a Libra, Sagittarius person. This could be divorce as well. This could be any kind of justice in some kind of court of law, but also could just be truth and balance, and or Libra. And then we have Sagittarius energy, having to kind of to swallow their pride and go back to the Queen of Pentacles, either someone that you don't like because they're all about money, they don't really care about you, but you have to ask them for money, or this is someone who's already struggling on their own, losing money even though they're okay. They may not be making the money that they need to sustain, and having the courage to go back and ask this person for money to start a new project, or ask them to do a project with you perhaps together. And there's lots of choices here. This also could be the justice of synchronicities that you see that are helping you in your guidance, or this other person. They're seeing the synchronicities, they're seeing the options now, they're seeing that you're the one. They're seeing the choice or project that they want to do now. It's clear all of a sudden. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. All right, someone's holding on and saving and grounding instead of being frivolous and buying everything. This is also, it's coming up about social distancing, clinging to things and hoarding in social distancing, worried about not having enough. But this is the justice of there always being plenty and knowing that you're always fine and there's always everything you need right inside yourself. And just holding on loosely. There's no need to cling in social distancing. Okay, so that's definitely coming up. So let's see if that comes up again. I'm going to leave this one out here though. All right. So coming up here for you, Virgo, is the Eight of Swords. Why are you getting back into your head? Or is that somebody else now getting into a mental prison or actual prison? There could be a scam here. This is imbalance. This is some kind of inequity or debt. So some kind of financial debt for someone. And this could be school debt as well. This is overworking, not working, or what you're doing isn't working, right? So you're not getting, you're in the red as opposed to in the black. And then the Tower comes in. So someone might be worried that all of a sudden the debt collectors are going to come, or all of a sudden your business is going to go under. Someone feels trapped. And that came up in Leo's middle, that they feel trapped. This also can be after a scam, all hell breaks loose, right? This also can be debt, where someone charges up all their credit cards to, because they're addicted to that, or someone else in their family ran up their credit cards because they're addicted to it, and it screws you over. And then all hell breaks loose. So this is about also a crown blowing open, and any kind of sudden event, whether it's blowing your crown, your cover, blowing your mind, blowing things out of the water. There's definitely something that blows up here with this Eight of Swords. And it can be someone goes to jail for stealing at work. It's not in their favor. And there's Scorpio energy there. Doesn't have to be Scorpio though. Can be a child though who gets in trouble. This is not in their favor, and someone does not get their wish. There's dissatisfaction or unhappiness here. This could be alcohol issues as well. And then there's Libra and Scorpio here. And they end up, it's like starting out with the 10 of Pentacles and ending up with the 4 of Pentacles, right? Ending up with not much. So they may have lost in the market, or lost money because of family members who have addictions or overspend and then charged up credit cards, or just people hoarding and social distancing. So it made them very unhappy, but perhaps somebody stole because of fear, and it caused a riot, or all hell to break loose, literally. Or that the wealth is imprisoning someone, whether that's you or someone else. You are coming up as justice. Maybe you get justice because someone who did you wrong now ends up imprisoned, whether it's just their own fears, or actually someone goes to prison because of what they did to you. So you may have karmic return come in for something that was done wrong to you, and you see yourself as justice. Why is that? The 4 of Swords reversed, and then the Ace of Pentacles upright. And this is about no sleep and rising above, or waking awake and coming out now to offer time, money, energy, a new life, unity consciousness to free someone. And this is also getting your freedom. This is justice for all. Rising above. There's a lot of yellow in there. There's a lot of solar plexus right there for Virgo. It's really positive for you. There's beautiful energy here. And it has to do with another person too. And it could be another Virgo or another air sign involved with you. Both ways, whether you're the masculine or the feminine. But there is Libra in your energy, so it could be Libra. And then we have the Fool here, which is Aries. So it could be someone with Aries in their chart as well, whether it's you or another person. But somebody's either getting them out of jail. It's like get out of jail free card. Virgo is setting someone free, whether it's from their mind and their fears, or whether they're literally bailing them out of prison. And the Fool who's free was just in a lot of pain or betrayal in a split. So it may not be jail, but it can be. But this can be just your own prison of betrayal. 30 pieces of silver. But this is pain, ending pain, or a painful ending. This is going through a split, removing the sword from the heart. This could be someone who had surgery. This also can be lying or just cutting through the BS, the need for clarity in the situation. Taking one sword out at a time. This is the first one of 10. I'm getting the crown of thorns. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. That's coming up again. It's like where the storm is starting to clear, and all of a sudden the sun comes out, the rainbow comes out, the rays of the sun, it's beautiful, they're reflecting on the raindrops. That's what I'm getting here. It's really beautiful for you. I'm telling you, you're getting justice. You freed yourself. The Fool is you. You freed yourself in the Fool's journey, in your awakening. Coming out, offering your time, money, and effort to others, freed you in the process. It's making me want to cry, actually. Yeah. It's like coming out of the storm. The storm is clearing one sword at a time. One sword out of the stone at a time. It's like you're helping, by helping others to pluck the swords out of their own heart, you're plucking the swords out of your own heart. But it also can have to do with somebody else, because there's Aries energy there in Libra. And then we have around you, or how you are seen, is the 7 of Wands, relighting the torch, the Olympic-sized torch. I want to look at it closer. Hold on. So this is what's around you. He looks like I'm getting a leader. I'm getting like Herod being put into the jester's position, right? So someone who is in power gets put in their place and now has to, you know, he's the torchbearer, which still is an honorable position, but it's learning how to have appreciation no matter what your place is in life. That anything can be turned to gold. And it's making me want to cry again. There's very high vibrational messages coming in here. And here's the leapfrog, leaping from one flame to the next and hitting the jackpot, the pot of gold. But I was also getting, like in Live and Let Die, where Bond had to jump on the crocodile or alligator backs to get free. It's leapfrog. You jump from alligator to alligator to free yourself from the swamp, which is the swordy energy here, to get to see the light of day, transmuting the dark or the nickel into gold. That's funny. There's a nickel sitting on my table here that I meant to put away. That's so funny. I'm also getting terracotta. I don't know, I'm getting terracotta tile, but I am. And there's a lot of that color here, but down the tiles below, terracotta is coming up for some reason. So someone might have hit the jackpot with that. Maybe they loved terracotta and they got a really good deal on that. Could be something as simple as that, but it's a much more profound message here. What's around you or how you're seen is the torchbearer, the one who lights your fire. Blind justice. I was blind, but now I see. That was coming up yesterday in my Divine Masculine read as well. This is a split and starting over in love here. So there is love involved and reaping the rewards of your own efforts. But why the seven of, specifically, why is these seven? These are falling all over the place. I want to show you that I didn't get these yet. These were falling out of the deck as I'm doing the Seven of Wands. So walking away from all the hard work you did to go within and focus on your heart space as the Queen of Cups. You have yourself to thank for the blessings you're about to receive. And look, and Spirit's connecting with me. And then you have the Page of Cups reversed next to her, which can have to do with a rejection, or this also could be a child who's either shy or spoiled and entitled. It just depends. This can be a part of you as well that you have to accept about yourself. And you learned a lot about that by going away and going within. And you have yourself to, I gotta leave them out. You have yourself to thank for that. Or walking away from a child too, who's being difficult, until they're ready to change. When they want to heal their own wounds, then they can come back again, whether it's an adult acting like a child or literally a child who's a spoiled brat. Let's see here. This can also be a child who's lighting an Olympic torch, like really becoming successful. And here is the blocks that you need to work on has to do with your sexuality. And and I want to show you this because this was coming up before next to him. So the High Priestess is your underlying energy, but also coming up as the Magician and the Four of Wands reversed. And this is magically creating instability on purpose, because that would be either a move, an ending of a marriage, perhaps visiting with someone, or visitations. You may be dealing with vegetations as well. Visitation and vegetation are coming up. Maybe someone told you that being the Magician was of the devil, so it made you feel unstable, but now it's like fully accepting the devil, that's your block. Or that magic is the devil. And you may have been taught that if you were raised religiously in some way, but this is about non-judgment. This is about bad decision, poor judgment. because this isn't really, you think this is non-judgment, but it's not. Judgment is making a decision. Non-judgment means not making decisions for others. You must make decisions for yourself, following your higher guidance. And when you don't, you get stuck at the Y in the road, because this is you choking, getting scared in your fears, not able to lead others or by example, because it's always leading by example. It's not your place to tell others what to do. It's your place to tell others who you are and allow them to be themselves as well. So when we're here, it's holding yourself back. It's holding others back too, because they do need to see your energy. They want to see your authentic you. They want to hear your music. They want to see your healing abilities. Show them who you are and let them applaud for you. It doesn't matter what you get in return. Just be who you are. But this is holding back who you truly are. Allow your desires to come through, whether it's sexual or whether it's creative in nature. Don't hold yourself back. So that's the only block you need to get past. And then we have, again, the Judgment card reversed again, which we just talked about. So why is that? And it's also, ground control to Major Tom. It's Major Tom getting grounded. So it's like a child getting grounded, so that a child might be getting in trouble. It could be an adult child getting in trouble who's grounded, but also being grounded means, if you've been up in the etheric realms a lot, you need to get grounded in order to hold that 0 point, to be truly stable and manifest from a good place. So that's coming up here along with this energy. Okay, so we have post-war, right? Perhaps there's PTSD here. Perhaps there is stealing going on. Perhaps there's a need for apologies here. There is, trying to end the nightmare of suffering in silence. And then there's healing and stardom, shining your light. So we were just talking about that, shining your light and getting out of suffering in silence. I was talking about this yesterday because I'm writing a book that I haven't worked on at all the past year or two. But I actually read it to my daughter last night. I never thought she would sit still on the phone to listen to the whole of the 9 chapters I've written, but she did. So it's like shining your light, come out of the suffering in silence, the post-war trauma, to shine your light no matter what and heal. You never know who might like who you are, and it doesn't really matter. It's just about you being you, authentically. So again, the deliberation, don't let the deliberations hold you back. Don't allow your idea of judgment to hold you back. Judgment is a decision. You're allowed to make decisions for yourself, but you need to meditate to learn your higher guidance, your higher GPS, your higher love, in order to follow good guidance from yourself. You just can't be the judge for other people. They have to make their own decisions. Okay? You can only lead by example. So the 3 of Swords is reversed. There's healing there in deliberating. And perhaps forgiveness as well. But maybe you've done enough healing already and it's time to come out of that. You're not getting your wish. This is unhappiness in healing, because it's just holding you back from making decisions. It's time, and all of a sudden you find a way out. The healing is good, but there's also time to shine your light. So you're unhappy holding on, being grounded and being moderate, because now it's time, or maybe it's not quite time, or maybe you're holding back. It's about the hoarding and the social distancing, right? To get out of that idea that you don't have enough. And all of a sudden you get out of that. You find a way out. And here comes that King of Swords, the King of Wands again, being a naysayer or seeing something that isn't what he knows, trusting your intuition. So whether the King of Wands is a Virgo or not, he's coming up as more fiery energy, and Capricorn as well. So what he's seeing is not what he knows. So he needs to learn to truly go within and trust his instincts, since he understands that now, and he's finding a way out, whether that's you or the person around you. It's very cool, actually. All right, now I got to show you what comes up next. This is a long reading. Sorry, Leo was too. I'm not going to apologize, though, because you're getting great information. So the next card for you, after all of a sudden finding a way out of the trap, is the little impish guy who either gets an offer or offers a new life. This is time, money, and effort. This is perfect contentment, right? The balance of the moon and the unity consciousness, the light, and the little impishness of the inner child, right? Amongst the rocks, right? You have a lot of stones around your house to help balance you, and nature, right? You can be a little imp. And then we have all those choices in this deck, and this came up for Leo too. They're all good choices. It's just becomes, sometimes it paralyzes people when they have too many choices, because then they freeze up and they don't know which one to choose. But it doesn't matter, because you can do one now and then you can do this one next. Don't worry, you can do all of them. But some people have trouble making decisions. But if you go inward and meditate and just allow, then the next step, the next decision, the next choice on your road of all of these good things will become apparent to you. All you have to do is put the intention out there, and then something will come to you. Ah, that's which way I'm supposed to go. So this is shining your light no matter what. This is healing, being the star that you are. And the water bearer. All right, so we had the torch bearer and the water bearer. And we know what happens with water and fire, right? They put each other out. They neutralize. That's the polarities, coming back to 0 point by shining your light. And then we have because normally you'd think fire and water is bad together, right? Because they extinguish the fire. But then there's warm water left, which is nice and soothing. There's the warm water for you. You find peace. And there's the frog in the grass spying on someone to see, where are they going at night? What are they doing? How do they find peace? And I don't have peace. Or they could be trying to look to see where someone's sneaking out at night. But this is upright. It's peaceful. Right? This energy together is very connected. So someone's going out at night to play in calmer waters. And it's very feminine energy here, but there's 2 women in the cards. Okay, so someone might be playing in the water and someone's floating on the water. I'm also getting here. And water's your emotions. And one is on the water with swords, the other one's in the water with cups. So diving right in when it's calm, so it's not so hard. It's like, dipping your toe first so the cold water isn't so shocking to the system. It's getting in warm waters with cups first is how you truly shine your light, as opposed to sitting on top of the emotions with swords, afraid to go under. There's 6 swords here, but there's 8 swords there. So you're not in prison anymore because you're sailing here. But you carried those 6 swords with you. So there's still some anxiety about getting in the water. You're still on the boat. You haven't dove in yet. But when you're out in reality, our energies change. They're going to fluctuate. So this is when you're really aligned here in the star energy. And sometimes you need to come to the surface to see what's out there. It's about going out in the world. Like, this may be a comfortable place at home, but you need to go out in the world sometimes to see what's going on out there. And it's like saying this frog here. I've been hiding out in the grass here. Maybe it's time I go out too and check out what's going on. And then we have the sun. So beautiful energy here. We're going to clarify this. The ace, look at this energy here for Virgo. It's beautiful. Ace of Pentacles, happy family, emotional fulfillment. And then we have the 7 of Cups. What is that about? 7 of Cups, maybe overwhelming. And this is not letting go of the past. You wish somebody would knock 3 cups over so that you only have 2 choices and not 5. Just feeling overwhelmed. How do I choose? How do I choose? How do I choose? It's really funny because after that card we have these 3 cards coming up. It's like being stuck, not being able to choose, but as soon as you do, you move forward to lead the way to deal with the Emperor upright and the Emperor reversed. Okay, because these 2 are not on the same page, right? So you're leading the way to mediate this energy. These are the polarities of the world even, right? And bringing them to the middle point, to the center line. Ah, see, this is by surrounding them on both sides with desire and passion and growth, new creative projects, with sexuality. It's like inundating them with something they're not familiar with. Like, and the Emperor really is like, oh, I don't know about that. And the Empress is like, I like that. Like, it's really funny. I don't know why it's coming up right there, but it is. And then there's Leo energy coming up too. Virgo and Leo both have this sexual energy here. All right, so let's see. See, once you get past that, there's all this passionate energy to deal with. So of stardom, why do we have the star and the Six of Swords there? And that went flying, like with the greatest of ease on the trapeze. I don't know, they're going to the circus. The Empress is the one on top of the water there and dipping into the water and out. She's tapping into her desires. But the masculine is the frog. He's still scared. He hasn't become the prince yet. To follow his desires, to receive this energy. And it's very strong. So why do we have the sun? And that's coming up as the sun, like their sun, the Emperor and the Empress's sun. And then the Hermit reverse. Somebody's coming out. Ah, right, their sun's coming out. And it doesn't have to be their sexuality. It can be who they love, what religion they're from, what culture they're from, what age they are. So it doesn't have to just be whether you're gay or straight. This is coming out after isolation. And that can be having to do with social distancing as well. And then we have coming out, we have the Chariot, bold move forward. This was the challenge for Leo. So this is Virgo and Cancer energy. Okay, coming out boldly where no man has gone before, totally exposing themselves with the sun, perhaps to their parents, who may not agree with them, or one might not, or allowing them to dip their toe in and break them in easy first. After the Chariot, we have no peace for the Queen of Wands. So this Chariot, boldly going forward, may have to take the boat out of the water to get to the Queen of Wands. Because there's no peace between, or no peaceful place to be between the Cancer, Virgo, and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, there's these energies coming up after the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Cups is offering love to the journey, or the journeyman, or the good news. And the good news is leading the way to the Leo energy, who's trying to tame their beast, which is that Queen of Wands there. So someone that the Queen of Wands is with is trying to tame her beast over this place of unrest for them. And that can be the Empress or the Emperor reversed, right? Someone's trying to get them, like the Queen of Wands could be the Empress trying to get the Emperor to see that it's okay, right? They could be parents of someone. Yep, see, because we have on the other side of this situation here, we have the Knight of Swords coming in, all right? So this is someone's bringing them with love to help them see, and then this person's the person bringing in the truth so that this person will be okay. So they have support, but they have to hear the truth. Very interesting. So it's definitely exposure. Oh, and then we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. So they could be someone, this could be a religious couple, religious parents, or this could be the high-powered healers coming together, overwhelmed. So it's definitely some, people who need to understand their child or the person that they care about. Yeah, and it could be a child for sure. And then we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, who is in need of help. All right, so we have two children here, the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed. And in between them, keeping things to themselves to not get their heart broken. But they need help, money, or opportunity after a separation or their heart broken and feeling imprisoned. All right, so there was the Knight of Pentacles, there was independence. There was this person after a fight, but then there was imprisonment by that energy and broken heart, and then two people left out in the cold, both trying to protect their hearts, but both, you know, they're matched. They're supposed to be together. And that can be siblings, friends, lovers, whatever it is. It's in a friendly or practical way. It could be siblings too, who may not agree with each other on religion or sex or anything, you know, reading cards, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm going to pull you an energy card, but I do want to tell you all the signs in the read. It's really positive for Virgo here. We have Leo reversed. We have Pisces upright. And sirens are going on right now, a lot of them. And horns. We have Libra upright. We have Capricorn upright. Aquarius is reversed. Aquarius and... what did I just say was reversed too? Aquarius and Leo are reversed for you. And the sirens are still really loud. But Libra and Capricorn are upright. And then we have, Capricorn reversed. Then we have Aquarius upright. So the Aquarius was reversed. Could be a different Aquarius, though, is then upright energy. And then Leo's upright. So Aquarius and Leo were reversed, and then they become upright at the end. So everything works out in the end. There's a happily ever after ending here, actually, which is really weird to say. All right, here we go, Virgo. What is your takeaway? The community. All right, so there's a coming together that needs to happen with the Chariot. And there's judgment by the community or by the family. Someone is envious or judgmental, and here is the vehicle of ascension. So perhaps these are the people who are supporting you, who agree with your perspective, but there's somebody else you have to get past because there's envy or judgment. And then we have deceit, and this came up for Leo too, right? This could be a mother and son energy, right, who was very strict when they were young. So they had, they created addictions in the son because of the restrictions. They went the other way. And so this is the Knight of Wands. And this is judgment. And the judgment was overturned, which is justice in Libra or Virgo's favor. And this is Sagittarius negativity with Aquarius negativity. But this also is Sag, but it can be Leo energy too, because both Aquarius and Leo were reversed and then were overturned. So some kind of judgment might have been overturned. And then we have the 43 of the Three of Cups of coming together, which was the first card, like the community, and the man holding a coin. And then the time, this is like the coin and the clock, the time is money, because I actually have a card I made that's similar to that. And this is like the Statue of Liberty, liberty and justice for all, having our liberties back. So there may be some kind of general announcement about people's liberties and getting them back. And now being able to show gratitude. So where before people never showed gratitude for the little things that they have, now are showing gratitude about understanding that time is money and that it's not easy to create money, perhaps because their liberties were taken away. And now the 16 of the Tower and 15 of the Devil. So the shadow side of things and showing appreciation even for your dark side. So somebody's shadow side might have helped save a situation. And someone then really learned a lesson about that, how something they deem as evil or bad actually may be a blessing in disguise. And then it just has to do with the door to value. What is it that you value in life? What's important to you? Are you going to break through those red doors of the root chakra to other things in your world? The bottom of the deck is the Temple Path, Wisdom, 12. The Hangman, the Temple Path. And this is also like the the Kincaid painting, I'm just blanking out, you know, his famous painting here. And actually Christ is walking on the path in that painting. The Garden of Prayer, sorry about that. So the Garden of Prayer doesn't matter, it doesn't matter where you pray, it's that you pray, because that's meditation, that's connecting to your higher self, the wisdom of taking the steps to your temple, wherever that may be. Temple. I'm getting this silver dome. And that's coming up. And I'm getting a blast off, like a takeoff at the Silver Dome. I don't know what that means, so I'm not much into watching sports, so that might be something for someone. But it literally could be, the Silver Dome could be a spaceship taking off. Or, oh, ground control, Major Tom to ground control. So they have grounded and they're taking off again, which is really good because now they're grounded, so they can make it this time. And it's making me want to cry. So what didn't work the first time will now work because now it's been grounded. It's been grounded into Gaia, into Earth. And rocks, you got some rocks in the house. Lady Liberty, right? The Statue of Liberty, one is it metal? I guess it's metal. But rocks are coming in as well. So metal is like the, you know, it's the conductor of the orchestra. But we need, you know, we need the root energies of the bass. And then we need the violins, right? At the same time. They all make such beautiful music together. The connection is the metal, right? Because the metal is the conductor. You know, it's like the businessman too with the money is the conductor, the metal. And to show appreciation for that connection. The Tower and the Devil and the Three of Cups coming together. I'm getting 9/11, but also the angel and the devil came up for Leo, and the angel and the devil are coming up here again for Virgo, but Virgo is so much more virginal that is coming up as the angel and the devil. The angel and the devil doesn't have to be so blunt as in an angel and a devil. The angel and the devil is just us. Your shadow side that needs to show appreciation, and the light side. It doesn't have to be an angel. Maybe it's just the Statue of Liberty. Maybe it's just a girl with dreadlocks, with time on her hands, to help others. But she doesn't look happy in this picture. The dark side is showing appreciation. The light side is being too restrictive, and that's especially for Virgo because they tend to be too virginal, too restrictive, because too restrictive is just as bad as too, you know, addicted. So it's bringing up both sides, but in a Virgo way as opposed to the Leo way, which is much more fiery. Very interesting. And also this is, you know, this is the merge of these two energies. Right? The three of the group and the devil. And then the, you know, the angelic energy to fuse the two. To bring the two together, the mediator. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. So time is money. And then her saying, no, it's fine. It's all in perspective. Don't do things based on time is money. Do things based on what makes you happy. Because she's beautiful, but she's not smiling. And she's the shadow, the devil, right? But she is smiling. Because she appreciates both sides of herself. But you don't want to be too extreme to either side. And also this has to do with some people thinking that money is the devil. But it's just how you look at what you value. '31. Expansion. There's something about 9/11 that wants to come up. I'm just not catching it. Oh, that you don't need to be caught. You don't need to be saved. To allow the fall. The angels are calling you home. It's like it's making me want to cry. It's like the people who passed away on 9/11 are coming in. They're calling you home. They're saying, connect with your higher self. It's all good. There are blessings for all of you. And they're always just in time. To stop worrying about, stop holding on to the grief. That it's okay. This is also, I'm getting like parents and their child. The parents who don't agree with what their child wants, you know, like the hippie with the two parents who are totally different as well, that you can all be different and you can still love each other fully. All right, Virgo, I have to let you go. We're already at 1:06 minutes, so it's right on the dot. All right, drink your water, your rest, your joy, your nature, rise and be loved.